So welcome to Meet the Walkers. This is another episode of How You Know This Is the One.
No.
No. All right.
Okay. I like how you started.
So, babe, how did you know I was the one?
Because you know when you're out here dating, like you gotta go through a lot of things with females, and then you just gotta pick up on pointers when you dating out here in these streets, and you gotta just be looking for them signs. Like, and when I was started dating you, it was a lot of great signs that I seen in you that you had instilled in you. For one, you was a hustler like me. You was focused out here in these streets. You was respectful, and you just was determined to go out here and win. You know, and I was in a
Other
lot
girlfriends ain't do that? What they was doing?
I mean, I can't really say they didn't do the right things. It's just you get caught up in things like where your lives just don't align with one another. Mm-hmm. Somewhat times where a lot of people date, things click in the beginning, but it don't be real. Sometimes it can be fake because people know what people want.
Like us playing the video games?
Yes, like when you used to fake and say, I like to play Mortal Kombat because you know
I had to get you to like me.
Well, I mean, you sold yourself on that. But
Okay, I set my representative.
Yeah, like you had a nice introduction to that, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be in the house playing a game with my wife.
Negative.
Like,
I'm not playing no games today.
oh, but now you ain't playing no games. But back to what we were saying, you know, our lives align with one another. You know, it was perfect timing. It was set up. We did do a lot of the things, date on the right time. We had time for each other. And the worst thing that people can have out here when you dating somebody is they don't have time. You know, because people be thinking, people give people the cold shoulder when you be like, oh, you want to go get something to eat? You want to go on this date? Can I see you? A lot of the times when people really like people, you just want to see that person because that person is always on your mind. So you just be like, I just got to see her at this moment. And
You
I
wanted
need
to
you
see me all the time?
Yeah, I just need you to pop up. Just ride through the blues, check on the dude. Like you know what I'm saying? Come through that little
I used
blue
to come
thing.
through to your job.
Yeah, like I used to come to your job, bring you stuff to eat.
You actually got me fired.
How I get you fired?
You did.
Why, they used to see me on camera? Oh,
Yes, because you came to my job and it was a plant and you wasn't supposed to be there. And I let him bring me some lunch to work, trying to be nice, sat in the car talking to him for like 10 minutes. Then my manager was like, what was you doing outside for this long talking to so-and-so? And I'm like, oh, and then like a week later, I got fired.
Oh, well, I'm just finding this out 9 years later. Like,
It's neither here nor there. I'm self-made now. Who
but
needs,
still, you didn't even let me know that. Like, I got you fired.
Sort of, yeah.
you know that
there was
gotta-
some other things that I did, but
You know that got to
he
be
played
wrong.
a part.
Oh,
in
it
me
must have been
getting
time
fired.
and attendance then.
Time
Because
and attendance, because
that's the only thing.
I'm always late.
Performance, time and attendance.
My
get
performance
people,
not good?
No, I'm just saying those is some of the key factors that get people fired. Performance and time and attendance. What else gonna get you fired? You didn't have the type of job you was stealing. I'm just saying. I ain't call you a thief, but I'm just saying.
I'm not.
Yeah, but what else could have got you fired?
You.
Oh wow, you had a male
Yeah.
supervisor. He must have been hating because you know the kid was coming up there looking right.
Boy, bye. Ain't nobody wasn't thinking about you. He got me
He
fired.
must have had a crush or something on you because if another
He
male,
had a whole wife.
so don't mean nothing. Like he had a wife.
Right,
why
because
he
they do be hitting on you,
they be
even though you
oh.
married, but that's a whole nother thing.
Oh yeah, you know that's a big thing. Like she didn't believe. You ain't believe it. Like
let's get back to
this is a women. Like this ring. All right. Oh yeah, but I just used to want to see you like just pop up, and you had the time, and it just was real. Like you know, like it wasn't no fake. It wasn't no cold shoulder. It was just like you know when something is genuine and something is real and something is true. And it was just there, and I was like, "Wow, this is perfect." Like,
was it like in the movies when you know like it be like a light behind
well,
the person?
you did come to my party that time, and we met, and we had a brief conversation.
Here he go again with talking about that.
Oh, we did have a brief conversation, and with us having a brief conversation, it was even a connection there. You and your friends, and me and my friends, we always conversing back and forth, and we were just having fun. And then you was like, so. I was like, I'm your Facebook friend. You was like, no, you're not.
Yeah,
and I whipped the phone out, and you was like, your whole jaw dropped, like. And then your girlfriend, you know how your girls be giving you the tap, like, that's the sign. I was like, no, she ain't get my number tonight. And you just walked out looking just like that, like.
I knew she was the one. First of all, people always assume that we're like couple goals. Don't make us share couple goals. Because I didn't have my shit together. When I came into this relationship,
Why didn't you though?
because I was 20. I was playing with life, honestly.
You were in school.
I was in school, but then I had
You
left.
had 2 jobs.
I knew she was the one. Again, I came into the relationship, I was 22. You know, life was still kind of a game for me. So with being 22, I was in college at the time, but I had left from Virginia Union because it was just too expensive for my mother to take care of. So coming back home and trying to get adjusted with going to school in state, I was figuring it out. I did work 2 jobs or whatever, and I had my own place. But then I ended up getting evicted because it was just too much for me to handle at the time. And so I moved. What?
No, evicted.
Yes.
No, you told me you just was waiting to get another apartment.
I didn't want you looking at me like I was something.
Why would you look at? Why would I look at you like that?
You didn't know me like that.
So what? Like I know life. What life consists of.
And when you just meet somebody, you ain't going to come in like, yeah, I just got evicted. So.
But people like people to be straight up and honest with them. And that's the whole
That
shit.
wasn't at that point. It wasn't the conversation. I had met this man who had A1 credit. He had his own house. He had several businesses. He was into his own thing. So for me, that was kind of intimidating and feeling like, dang, I can't just tell him I got evicted. So
a real man gonna uplift a female that he like, and he gonna put him on game. Like, look,
I didn't want him to think I needed $40.
No,
So
it wasn't like that. Like it wasn't like that. I didn't never assume that you was that type of female that need $40 because from the rip when we met, you already had 2 occupations.
Yes, I was trying to get back on my feet. Back to my story. So with me going through those things again, I was intimidated. And I had met Sheed, and we were dating at the time, and I had came out of a bad situation too, and I just felt like from being around him, he just carried this certain type of aura. Like everybody loved Sheed. So in getting to know him, I got to kind of see what everybody else was saying because everywhere we would go, everybody was like, oh, that's Sheed, that's Sheed, that's Sheed. Everybody knew Sheed, and everybody had nothing but good things to say about Sheed.
Good things that come to you.
All right. So with that being said, I'm like, okay, I was intrigued to learn more about him. And then he treated me like such a lady. Like he always made sure, like you ever be with somebody and you see those old movies and they be like the guy's supposed to walk on the outside of the curb. Like I had never experienced anything like that. Like him being like, oh, nah, what you doing? You got to walk on the inside of the curb because if a car jumped the curb and you know, it's going to hit me first. And I'm like, dang, he will risk his life for me. So things like that intrigue me, like opening the doors, which you don't even do like that no more, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, it's you and Chase, so I open both of the doors.
But
I don't do that. I don't still do that.
He was not consistently,
Oh
but
my God.
he was opening doors for me. He was treating me like a lady and making me feel like, wow, like I was this queen. He always talked that I'm his queen and stuff like that. And I just wasn't used to that. Like I was just more used to like to hood guys. Like, and we both come from the same place, and he had those hood qualities because I think every girl wants some type of bad boy in their man. But he was just more so of like, he was like a knight in shining armor for me coming out of a bad situation. And so when we got to know each other and got to move in with each other and got to live with each other, things did kind of change with us learning each other. But at the same time, like one thing that I will say about Sheed is like he never has given up on me. Like as difficult as I am, as much of an attitude that I have, as much as my mouth is reckless, he may have said a couple of words, some choice words, but he's never given up on me. He's always put me first. And even when we argue and fight, like, I will be honest, like he's usually the first to be like, you know what, I don't want to fight, I don't want to argue with you, I love you. Or he'll make some type of joke and be like, you want to go get something to eat, because he know I'm always hungry. But he always makes me feel like secure. He made me feel safe. He was like the first man that I will say that made me feel safe, made me feel secure to be like, I could just take my wig off and be cool about it. Like, you know, he make me feel beautiful at all times, even when I don't feel my best.
Man, that's what a man is supposed to uplift his queen. Like,
yes, and we've gone, and I feel like for me, I did a lot of, because I was at a point in my life where I didn't truly love myself. I didn't know how to love anybody else. So I did a lot of pushing him away. Like anything I could do to be like, oh, why do you love me so much? Don't be with me. I don't want to be with you. Oh, I hate you.
And that's one thing
And
I
he
hate,
was
I
like-
hate about the females, when y'all feel as though y'all don't love yourself. Men, the vision that we have for females, y'all never understand it. Like, we look, we see what we want, we know what we have, and we tell y'all, we reiterate to that to y'all all the time. This is that. You are enough. You more than enough. You my queen. Y'all still be like, no, because my hair, my nails ain't done. No, you're good enough. You're good enough how you are.
I get
like,
that, but also, again, I think
keep in mind, nobody in this lifetime is, if I'm saying it right, in a place where they want to be at. Everybody, we see billionaires, trillionaires still pushing for more. So be grateful for what you have, what's gonna come, and just go with the flow.
No, I'm great. I'm totally grateful for this union, because I say, even in our wedding vows, I spoke on this. Like, I feel like she saved me in a way. Like, he helped me to be the woman I am today. Like, I always knew I had the qualities to want to be something in life, as far as not knowing it would be a self-made woman as a business owner. But I knew that I had what I was, where I was at. I knew that was not my end all be all. So he helped push that out of me. And then just seeing him hustle the way he did and work so hard. Like, he was, working corrections, being a top promoter and doing real estate investments. I saw that and it intimidated me, but it intimidated me in a way to be like, I want that too. Like, I want to go after it too.
You were right there pushing to be a judge. I was like, oh, I'm about to be a judge. She want to be a judge.
So you were trying to get me because you thought I was going to let you off the tickets.
That was your dream, to be a judge. And I was supporting you no matter what. You could have been a clerk in a corner store. If I love you, I love you. But then you got into fashion. Being though you was a fashionista, you dressed like this and all the time, you was like, you know what? You bought your sewing machine, you got with Miss Buell, and you was like, look, I'm gonna take this on 200%. And I told you, look at the way I promote. Look at the way I do the real estate. Look at the way I do this. Whatever I do, I go 1,000. I don't stop. So I was like, when you do that, and make sure when you walk away from doing that, going to school, that wherever you put your heart in, you do it 1,000%. You're not gonna be able to sleep. You're not gonna be eating away. You gotta do it. And you're living that dream right now. You never gave up. And I supported that from day one, because I was like, if you wanna do it, I'm gonna rock with you no matter what.
And he has, he's even, me sewing, he'll be like, babe, I was doing men's stuff at some point in my life, and he would literally, I would be like, let me make it for you. And he'd be like, no, I'm gonna buy it for you. So seeing those things, like I said, he pushed me. He motivated me.
She never gave me nothing for free, not to cut you off. She never made me nothing. Everything she ever made me,
chose to buy it.
I paid for it.
And that was his way of supporting me, and I've always loved that.
Because I wanted to show her business. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to show you business.
And I love that about him, and the way that he just treated me like the queen that I now see myself as. And I hope in so many capacities I'm treating him in the same such as a king. And that is pretty much how I knew that he was the man of life for me. And I just say that with all that, and like I said, I know me as a person, I know how I can be. Never just give up on a person. Never give up. So if anybody out there is feeling like, oh my gosh, like some relationships, I will say, like, if it's abusive or if you're being talked to crazy or anything like that, because I've been through those things, leave. But if it's somebody that's really fighting for you, to fight for you for the good reasons, because they see the good in you, stay and stick it out and do the self-check with yourself to see how you can fix yourself to be a better person for that person.
Just to go off of what she said, like, when you know you want something from somebody, just don't give up. In life, what's worth having, you have to go all out for it. It's not gonna come easy. Nothing is just gonna fall in your lap. You gotta punch through that wet paper bag. You gotta punch through them bricks. You have to climb them mountains. You have to push skies the limit. You have to do everything. You gotta keep trucking. What Chase told us yesterday, keep working hard. You gotta keep working hard towards your goals. You have to envision your goals, and you just have to go after it. You can never stop, because that one footstep, that one roll, that one turn. Whenever you stop, that could be the moment that you miss. So you have to just keep going.
Hey guys, so if you loved our episode today and you are dating someone and you're unsure of your dating situation and you need some advice or want to ask some questions, be sure to leave your questions and comments below and we'll be sure to answer them the best we can.
And make sure you like and subscribe to our channel and we'll be back with more.